You're nervous? You're nervous?
Nervous?
This is the new channel. I don't know what the name the channel, yeah? Maybe you have an idea about this is the new channel about the novelist and novel. Huh? The author, the talking something. Not only Indonesian author, but all over the world.
For an idea, why don't we call it Haruki's World?
No, what? Not only Haruki, maybe
Yeah,
you miss
Haruki's World.
Haruki's World, that's the name of the channel?
Yeah.
But when like that, it's only Haruki.
No, it's Haruki's World. Everything is in the world.
But
Asia,
with the Haruki name in this channel?
because he's 70 years old and he's written many books and
But
many
when
people...
when you say this is Haruki channel,
Yeah. No,
but-
it's not Haruki's channel, it's Haruki's World.
world,
World.
Earth.
World, yeah.
when I telling something about Yukio Mishima, and then the name is Haruki's World.
Yeah.
You mean the era?
No, just the name for the channel.
At the moment now, his channel is N channel, novelist channel.
Ah, so that's the name of the channel, Novelist channel.
That is good.
But it doesn't have this
Ya,
nice sound
that is
to
nggak
the-
nggak terlalu gigit. Nah, ini lagi dicari apa nama channel ya. Nah, jadi kali ini di awal channel ini sebetulnya bagian dari RB TV, Raja Bonar TV. Jadi Anda juga bisa kalau saya berbicara tentang politik itu ada di RB TV, Raja Bonar TV. Channel ini sebenarnya akan saya akan saya terus upload persoalan novelis dan novel. Jadi artinya penulis dengan cara yang santai. Dan saya mengundang sekarang Mr. Scott. What's your name, Scott? Scott with the flying from the Singapore Airlines? Scott, SCOOT or what?
SCOTT from SCOTT.
Oh, 1 O,
1 O
2 T.
2 T.
And you from in Australia, yeah?
Yes.
You living in New Zealand or
Before I was living in Japan and England and New Zealand.
Okay. The last novel is the Haruki Murakami. This, yeah?
Yes. The
You
latest.
have read this?
No, this is the only one I have not read.
Yeah, because
Because I'm reading the one before it called Men Without Women.
Okay.
And I
okay.
have not finished that yet.
Yeah, I know. This is no problem.
Yeah.
The problem is the one time is in Hong Kong. This book, yeah.
Okay.
One time in Hong Kong, press release, yeah.
Yeah.
And then so many say this novel is so many sexual there.
Okay.
You heard about that?
No. I don't know anything about
This.
book
Okay.
because I have not read that yet.
Ya, jadi saya ada keunikan kalau membeli suatu novel, apalagi kalau dia berbahasa Inggris ya atau bukan berbahasa Indonesia, kemungkinan saya nggak bisa menghabiskan novel itu. When I buying some book, some novel,
Yeah.
I'm only buying because the reason is the good shape,
The cover.
the cover.
Yeah, the cover of the book.
Yeah.
But for me, you never judge the book by its cover.
Yeah, I know.
For me,
Okay.
the name is Haruki Murakami.
Yeah.
That will make me read the book.
When you say like that, I remember about the Paul Sartre say
Okay.
in the essays, in one essay, they say because the good for the next is the book without the name of the novelist.
So how do you know what the book is?
Yeah, this is because when say something when I looking the book example,
Yeah.
and then I know this author,
Yeah.
this the novelist is the Nobel Prize example.
Okay.
And my hit is very good.
But it might not be so interesting to read.
Yeah.
Because it might be Nobel Prize for Science or
Yeah.
and scientific book or theory
Yeah.
or maths or something.
Excuse me, when
Yeah.
example ya, saudara-saudara saya mohon maaf Inggris saya tuh jelek sekali ya, jadi asal bisa ngomong saja. You know the Walenka, the Prize Nobel,
Who?
have from the Africa. This is the about the poetry, yeah.
No.
So like that, because when the Nobel Prize
Yeah.
they have award,
Yeah.
when have a book with this name,
Yeah.
Olenka or what, and then say there's Nobel Prize,
Yeah.
Träger in Germany,
Yeah.
and then this good, this book is must 100% good, or say.
I think for me, every book which says the winner of the Nobel
Yeah.
Prize for Literature, I won't read all those books
Yeah.
actually, because it might be something interesting for some people, but many other people it may have no interest at all.
Yeah, okay.
Even though
Another Arabic novelist is Najib Mahfouz, you know?
No?
So like that, yeah?
Yeah. And he won the Nobel Prize?
Nobel Prize too.
Yeah. But again,
But you know Saul Bellow,
no.
from America, Chicago.
What's his name?
Saul Bellow.
The name sounds
Selo.
familiar, but
Okay.
I haven't read. Yeah.
Okay, now I asking you,
Yeah.
you know about the Haruki Murakami, yeah, of course,
Yeah.
yeah? So what the meaning Haruki Murakami for you? What?
Reality is filled with fantasy.
The fantasy.
Yeah.
So, kalau kita lihat memang ya, novel-novel yang when we see the novel this era, this decade, is with the fantasy is the good for the people. Like Harry Potter, mystery.
Yeah, because it's escape
Yeah.
from reality.
Yeah, out from the
Yeah, reality.
reality.
So they can go into some fantasy
But not
world,
but not.
and it's safe because it's not real.
That's the meaning of supernatural too, or not?
Also, yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
So when we talk about this Kafka of the Shore, yeah, this the original.
Yeah.
So you have read this, yeah, this book.
Yes, long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. Not what the meaning of what is in heart for the novel, but I want to asking about the maybe philosophy, yeah.
Okay.
So some men like you,
Okay.
okay, and you read this book,
Okay.
and then what? There's another question. What is this book is make you good or not good for the next after you finish this read book,
So I've read
or only you have only fantasy?
no all his Murakami's books I've only read once each, and I think there's about 15 or 20
Yeah.
books.
Yeah,
So actually it's very hard to remember
yeah,
every single book.
yeah,
But for example, there was his book
Yeah.
called A Wild
Yeah.
Sheep Chase.
yeah,
I think that one they go to Hokkaido.
yeah,
So of course I remember some things from that book because they're in Sapporo.
yeah.
And then there's the other book, which I just read recently. I think it was The Secret Library or something. But I just read that recently, so I remember that much better. But Kafka on the Shore, I don't really remember much at all.
Which novel from the Haruki Murakami for you is very special, and you cannot to forgotten, you cannot to
I think
forgotten, yeah.
because I was living in Japan in the 1980s, and Haruki Murakami had written the two books, Pinball 1973
Yeah,
and When the Wind Blows,
yeah,
but they were only in Japanese, they were never translated. And then he wrote Norwegian Wood,
Norwegian Wood.
Yeah, and it was only in Japanese, but it was, I think for me, it was the first one they had translated into English. And my old girlfriend said, here's this book by a Japanese writer. And I thought, who is this person? And it was called Norwegian Wood. So, of course, for me, Norwegian Wood reminds me of the Beatles song, Norwegian Wood, which actually is in the novel from John Lennon's song. So that one I remember probably the best because it was the first one that I read from Haruki Murakami. But over the years, different novels, there's certain scenes that I remember from different books of his, because I lived in Japan, and in the stories they're going to different places in Japan, which I knew very well. But unfortunately, Kafka, and some others.
And the Bird Chronicle?
The wind-up Bird Chronicle. Actually, well, there's a scene, there's a part in that which, of course, I remember very well because it's about skinning the people from World War II, where I think the Japanese were skinning the Soviet prisoners. Which, when you read that, you remember quite well.
Have you idea? Have you thinking about the? I want to thinking. So many novelists in Japan. So many. But not like Haruki Murakami. So popular in the world.
I read other Japanese novelists. You know, there's the ones from 19th and 20th century. But for foreigners, or for myself, they weren't as interesting as Haruki Murakami.
That's meaning because that the Haruki is the West influence from the style or from the inside.
Well, you know, he had the before he was writing, he had the jazz bar.
I know.
And he listened to a lot of jazz, and he loves music. And of course, he's listening to a lot of foreign music. So there's a lot of influence on him from jazz and foreign music. So his style of writing, maybe, especially almost every book, sometime there's a scene in a bar or a pub.
But when I don't know my perspective, that is right or not, I don't know. When I'm thinking about why so popular the Haruki Murakami, that's because this is not natural. That's right, not natural. This is extraordinary, extra.
Well, you know,
extra.
The Japanese are very superstitious. So of course, in his books, there's a lot of fantasy. And for example, one book where the Scotch whiskey Johnny Walker, the character on the bottle Johnny Walker becomes real in the book. So of course, and Japanese love whiskey.
But
so you have Johnny Walker alive.
Long time ago in Indonesia, have to one novelist like that. The name is Joko Lelono. Jadi kalau Anda yang seumuran 50 tahun pasti paham itu ada penulis Indonesia bernama Joko Lelono, udah meninggal beberapa tahun yang lalu. This is Joko Lenono, this is 1970. Before Haruki Murakami, Indonesian novelist, and then have some novel example. This is the painting. The painting. And when looking the painting come. Painting out.
You mean the painting becomes real?
Real.
Okay.
Come with him.
Okay.
Reality.
Okay.
Another painting is reality.
Okay.
This is fantasy.
So
that means.
So it's popular in Indonesia.
Popular, but not so popular in the world.
Because
not Western style is not come. Like Norwegian Wood is from the Beatles.
But was it translated into English? But nobody read it.
No so much lah. Nah, jadi begini ya, saya lihat bahwa kenapa Haruki Murakami begitu populer karena ada persoalan, ada masuknya bahasa ke kebiasaan kehidupan di Barat seperti Norwegian Wood itu kan The Beatles. Jadi kehebatan The Beatles ada di situ dan diolah. Atau example is Kafka. Kafka is the philosopher.
Yeah, Kafka on the shore. Yeah.
Itu ada azan ya. Azan, you know azan? This is azan come from this here.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, and then we waiting ya, we waiting.
Okay.
Tolong lihatin. Oke, kita sambung lagi tentang pembicaraan dengan Mr. Scott ya. Mr. Scott, you living in Japan ya?
Yes.
Which year?
During the 1980s, for about 5 years.
5 years. And you speak Japanese ya?
Before I was speaking quite good Japanese.
Now?
I don't need it anymore.
Okay. And can you say in Japanese is about the when I say in Japanese yeah?
You mean translate?
Yeah.
What you're going to say?
Yeah.
I'll try.
So Haruki Murakami is the maybe is the loneliest man. That's right from you. And then so many fantasy.
Murakami Haruki-san はね、多分彼は寂しいの人ですね。彼の頭はファンタジーの世界と思います。
And you agree about this?
I don't translate that, do I?
No, translate now. But you agree about when some men very lonely.
No, because I think he has wife.
Yeah.
But
so many men have wife but lonely.
Yeah, but I think he had his jazz bar.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah, but I think he wanted. Suddenly, he just wanted to write.
It's no problem.
I don't think it was
Maksud
loneliness.
saya begini, apakah orang yang laki-laki, penulis misalnya, siapa saja, kalau dia memang kesepian pada dasarnya, maka dia banyak menghayal. Jadi artinya adalah, this is not depend from the so many friend and then so many, because the novel from the Haruki Murakami is so out from the reality, and that meaning is fantasy. And the fantasy from the Haruki Murakami have women. Have women, and this women is not good for the love, right? Or tragedy, example. Can I say like that? The tragedy, woman in Haruki Murakami so many tragedy, but with the tragedy from the women, in the novel from Haruki Murakami. So that's very interesting about that.
Okay.
That's right or not?
No,
from your perspective, is right or not?
In certain stories, that is the situation in some of his books. Yeah. But there's so many different stories, so many different characters, so many different situations. So but I think all his books, you go on this journey. You always do this journey in his books from this place to this place. There's always this journey. And it normally starts in reality and you think everything is okay, and then suddenly it turns into the fantasy before you know it.
Because why I say like this because sekarang ada penulis muda namanya Eka Kurniawan sebagai contoh di Indonesia. Hal-hal yang nggak biasa dan tapi itu membumi di masyarakat. Nah itu biasanya masyarakat menjadi senang membaca hal itu. Kalau yang biasa-biasa nggak suka. As example, Indonesia have the new novelist, the young. This is the name is Eka Kurniawan. This is the book. And this is like Haruki Murakami with the fantasy, but not natural fantasy. This is the out of box the fantasy. Example, this is the man in this novel from Eka Kurniawan. The man is have a bird, have the penis, but the penis is cannot erection. So this is a problem. So this fantasy from Eka Kurniawan is in one novel.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But that's not fantasy. Maybe many men have this problem.
Yeah.
So it's not fantasy.
So because that, so many now in these Indonesian people,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
in Indonesian people have not to know about the penis.
Okay.
This is sleeping the penis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is have a interview. Yeah.
Okay.
The man with the penis from the him.
Okay.
So this is the very interesting for me.
Okay.
And then with the fantasy example.
Okay.
For me very interesting is in Islam.
Mm-hmm.
In Islam,
Okay.
when men and women
Yeah.
go to the married,
Yeah. Yeah.
in Islam,
Yeah.
have syarat apa ini? Syarat artinya syarat itulah apa? Have
Regular.
not regular. When you
Rules.
go to the restaurant,
Yeah.
you eating, but you must have money.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like this, when you married, men and women, you must have like this. Men
Okay.
must have.
Yeah.
In Islam,
Yeah.
have you must talking
Okay.
with the father from the women
Yeah.
and another man as saksi apa ya? Saksi,
Witness.
witness ya,
Yeah. Yeah.
and etc. But not in this syarat itu apa syarat sih? Yeah, but not you must have penis erection. It's not.
Oh, it's not the rule. Okay.
So like this. Yeah, this is the fantasy for me is very interesting.
Okay.
Ini sangat menarik menurut saya, misalkan fantasi dari novelis kita R.K. Kurniawan yang itu ada salah satu novel yang menurut paling hebat tuh seperti dendam rindu itu harus dibayar tuntas. Ya, jadi kalau Anda nggak suka membaca novel, saya kira supaya Anda suka membaca novel, beli novel ini. Sebelum beli, before
Yeah.
you read the Haruki,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Indonesian people is maybe buy this, yeah, because in this is fantasy,
Yeah.
dan ini sangat menarik. Membaca ini Anda nggak akan putus, ya. Jadi terus menerus akan seperti kecanduan, ya.
And more for Indonesians
Ya, Indonesia.
than Haruki Murakami books.
Ya.
Yeah. Haruki Murakami books is actually really mainly just for Japanese,
Ya.
but foreigners find it very interesting.
Oh ya.
But actually, it's really just
Ya.
for the Japanese.
Ya.
These books.
You mean?
But they became so popular outside
No,
Japan.
no. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is right or not right?
Yeah.
You say like that. That's meaning the novel from the Haruki Murakami
Yeah.
is about Japanese people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's really about the Japanese.
Oh yeah,
And-
not example. I live in Indonesia and then I make a novel, but in my novel have a Germany habit or not. This is not, yeah.
Yeah, no, this is really
Japanese.
If you read his books, it's Japanese people, it's Japanese life, Japanese situations, Japanese relationships,
Okay.
life, death, everything.
Okay. Last question. another Japanese novelist.
Yeah.
What? Which the novelist you know about good novelist in Japan?
Well, by coincidence, there's another novelist whose family name is Murakami. His name is Murakami, and his books are a little different to Haruki Murakami's books.
Family from Haruki, no?
No, totally different writer.
Yeah.
but
Women?
No, it's a man.
Okay.
It's a man, and it's I think they describe it as more the kind of psycho,
Oh yeah. Thriller? Horror?
80s, 90s generation psycho stories or
And
something.
popular in Australia?
No, in Japan.
Oh, not
Yeah,
in the world?
Again, it's really for the Japanese, but he did become...
That is novelist or a graphic novelist or comic?
This is a novelist.
Novelist.
They just, by coincidence, there's Murakami Haruki, and there's also Murakami Ryu.
Ryu?
Yeah,
A spelling?
R-Y-U.
Oh, Ryu, yeah.
Yeah.
One time
So I think I think the name, one of his books in English, it's called something like Almost Transparent Blue.
Okay, another novelist like Yukio Mishima, Kawabata,
Yeah.
you know? Yasunari Kawabata.
But yeah, they're all...
But you know.
Yeah, I've heard of them. But
What Yukio Mishima you heard about? What?
I did read one of his short stories, but again, you know...
King Kaguji like that example.
No, I can't remember which one it was, but because he's already dead, and there's no more books.
Or you know Natsume Soseki?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah?
I read some of his
Kokoro?
books. Yes, Kokoro, I Am Cat.
Yeah, I'm
I Am Cat and
Okay.
stuff like this.
Okay, and thank you, Mr. Scott.
No problem.
And you live in Indonesia, yeah?
Yeah.
And how long you have lived in Indonesia?
Oh, about 8 years.
Okay, and have you go to Gramedia, of course?
Of course, yeah.
And you look in the novel or
Yeah.
what in the Gramedia, have some interesting for you?
Actually, I look more at the magazines in Gramedia and also the maps.
Not novel. A Perry Plus maybe.
No, again, because I don't buy the books.
Okay.
So I just read them in the libraries in Singapore.
And you writing too, yeah?
Yes.
And have you novel finished?
Yes.
But not published, yeah?
That's right.
And what the genre from your novel?
I can't really say.
Okay.
It's secret.
Saya juga penulis dan saya sedang menulis perjanjian Luojang ya, jadi suatu misteri Jalan Sabang. Nanti kita lebih perkenalkan di channel inilah. Mr. Scott ini adalah suami adik saya di Bali, dan Mr. Scott ini kawan saya berdiskusi. Pernah satu saat setelah kita berjalan ke Ubud, maybe you don't remember about the sometime you go with me with the Sister Nilma go to the Ubud, and then in the auto we talking about some flowers.
Yes.
And then about the satanic and the angel, and then after come back and go to house in the Renon.
Yes.
And I make the poems, yeah.
Yeah.
The title is the Black Flowers.
Yes.
You know?
I remember.
You remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr.
No
Scott.
problem.
Success for you, yeah.
You too. Good
Okay.
luck.
Terima kasih ya para pemirsa, ini channel baru kita namakan N Channel, Novelist Channel. Mr. Scott tamu perdana kita, mudah-mudahan kita berlanjut dan akan datang saya akan membahas tentang Eka Kurniawan ya. Nantikan di video selanjutnya. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.